Let's hear it for the NBA MVP.
Round 1, Eastern Conference, the NBA playoffs. The Raptors enter the postseason with the best record in the conference. But now, the stakes are higher. Will their dominance be tested as they go up against the Atlanta Hawks? Round 1, Game 1, the NBA playoffs, coming up next.
Welcome, everyone. The regular season is in the books. The battle for the East begins. Round 1, Game 1. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. Alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, with Adley LaForge reporting from the sidelines. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The small and power forwards are Reza Shea and Johnson. Cohen is out there with Corey Kispert. And it's Okongwu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Raptors, in at the forwards, Ingram and Barnes. Barrett is out there with Johnson. And it's Williams at the center. Taking a look at Toronto. They are clearly the favored team in this series, and I guarantee they've got their sights set on a bigger prize than just getting through this round.
That can be dangerous, though. It's fine to focus on an overall goal, but a team can't get caught looking past any opponent in the playoffs.
And slam dunk by Johnson.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. The Raptors shooting their first free throw of the night. And it's the Hawks' ball. It's a three-point game. After Reza Shea, McCollum outside. Got three off the mark. The bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
And that's just a risky play to make a heave like that. Not worth it.
Johnson outside. Here's Reza Shea, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Well, from the start of his rookie year, we found out what Reza Shea could do. Such a tough young player.
McCollum against Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
And here is Johnson following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. And the basket by Johnson.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, in that two-player action, I really like Okongwu as the pick man. He moves really well.
Floats it up for Williams. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Atlanta has gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Kispert wide open. He fires off the mark there with the three-point shot. Johnson goes in, and he hammers that one down right in the face of Okongwu.
Whoa, just climbing the ladder for that 360. Stupendous hop.
Yeah, Greg, he was sky high on that finish. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Johnson in the corner. Pass to Reza Shea. Now McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Ingram, and once again off the mark by Atlanta.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And it's Williams throwing it down.
Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
A three from McCollum, rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly. And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
Johnson finds Ricochet. McCollum outside. Hands it from downtown. McCollum's got 6.
Well, McCollum is never afraid to get competitive at the arc.
Here's Johnson. And slam dunk by Johnson.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Ricochet, rebound by Williams. Toronto leading by 8. And taken away by Johnson. McCollum outside. Shoots over Johnson. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Johnson.
So comfortable off a feed. McCollum has made a lot of these over the years.
Contavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Toronto. Quickly comes in for R.J. Barrett. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Jock Landale's checked in for Okongwu. Grant Williams comes in for Ricochet. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for Corey Kispert. And Wallace subbed in for McCollum. And so it's Atlanta with it after the Raptors pick up 2. It's Kuminga. Kicks it out to Johnson. Stolen by Caldwell-Pope. And here's Ingram from the arc. Rebound Atlanta. Wallace the pass to Williams. Kuminga from outside the arc. Johnson with the rebound. And slam dunk by Johnson.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Johnson gets the bucket.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Johnson dishes to Ingram. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Johnson outside to the left side wing. To Kuminga. Good on the three-point shot.
And you have to keep an eye on Kuminga on the outside because he won't hesitate.
A crossover, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Toronto shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. McCollum against Johnson. Outside Williams. There's Kuminga. From outside off the mark. The shot, no good. And so it's Toronto going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We come back right after this. And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And also, they're doing something you don't see as much anymore, and that is converting time and time again from the mid-range.
They've got R.J. Barrett. So it's Toronto now. Johnson for 3. Okongwu grab. The board.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Now here's Johnson. McCollum outside. That one falls. coming off the Johnson feed. McCollum's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Johnson outside. Fires the three. Another three for Atlanta.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Johnson, the pass to Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
And how about the body control? Barnes sets the screen and then a nice spin there to get open.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Another three for Atlanta.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 21.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Connects again from distance.
And he's letting it fly from long range. It's a devastating effect.
And he's now tied the franchise record for triples in a playoff game.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Johnson. Jalen Johnson picking up that last basket.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Takes a step back. Here's McCollum. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Barnes has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's McCollum. Rebound by the Raptors. They led by as many as 18 points. From deep, Johnson, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them, continuing to build out this lead.
And so it's Toronto with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we'll be right back after this.
And we thank you for joining this postseason broadcast, and it's been an outstanding first half for the Toronto Raptors.
I'm guessing my buddy over here loving it. They were forcing the ball into the paint with excellent results.
Hey, it's not rocket science. I keep telling people that.
Taking a look at how the series is going for the Raptors. Do you guys agree they're looking very confident at this point?
Yeah, they just need to keep doing what they're doing. They're doing like me tonight. TCB. Taking care of the business.
Well, I'm not sure what business you're talking about, Shaq, but I do agree with you. The message in the locker room is just simple. Don't let up. Finish off this game.
And still a half to go, but you get a sense the momentum is strongly in their favor. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And we're with you again as our round one coverage continues. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Toronto Raptors. It's an 18-point lead. Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. Corey Kispert is out there with McCollum, and it's Reza Shea in at the 3 spot.
Well, when you watch Onyeka Okongwu, he's a guy who rebounds, scores, improves his game, and he's still got a lot of room to grow.
Now here's Johnson. And slam dunk by Johnson.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam.
Well, and they have to just keep feeding C.J. McCollum. He is on a heater.
Johnson, that's for two. And it's Jalen Johnson with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. From deep, Johnson drills the three-pointer. Johnson's got 36.
Well, that's his fourth triple for the game now. Just his first in the second half.
Back to McCollum. Johnson sets the screen for McCollum, and he gets it to go.
Well, sometimes you tell players you can have a good game in a loss. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing, and the rest of us have to figure it out.
Rizachet with it. He's covered by Ingram. Here's Rizachet. Okongwu with a screen on Ingram. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, with that explosive leaping ability, Okongwu is someone who spaces the floor vertically.
And it's slammed in by Williams.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Johnson kicks to McCollum. Johnson outside. 5 to shoot. For 3, Kispert. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Kispert's got 5 points so far.
Well, they came out of the locker room with a purpose. 4 for 4 already in the half.
And the basket by Johnson.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on, they're just having
Good, another from 3.
And talk about stepping up. He's having a playoff game these fans won't ever forget.
That last 3 means he's got the most threes in a single playoff game in franchise history. Johnson outside. Pass to Rizachet. To the inside. Kicks it out to Johnson. 3-pointer. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Johnson dishes to Barnes.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. After Rizachet kicks it out to McCollum. And it's off from three-point range. Raptors leading by 17. And the basket by Johnson.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy. And every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
And here's McCollum again for 3.
The threes coming fast and furious. He is scorching the nets.
Now GA tied for the 3rd most three-point field goals in single-game playoff history.
10 triples equals Dame Lillard's buzzer-beating performance in 2019 when he waved bye-bye to the Thunder.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Tavius Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Scotty Barnes. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Jock Landale's checked in for Okongwu. Williams comes in for Rizachet. Kuminga's come in for Kispert. And Wallace subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Landale with it. He's against Williams. From deep, Johnson. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Johnson's got 10 points.
12 straight points off of three-pointers.
And got it! Another basket.
And talk about coming up huge. What a performance.
He's nearing the franchise record for most points in a playoff game. This guy is clutch. There's Kuminga. Another three for Atlanta.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Johnson down low. Ball is covered. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Guys, I like that play. Get Caldwell Pope something in rhythm.
Johnson with a screen on Johnson. Pass to Kuminga. That's tipped. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barrett. And the Hawks making a change here. Newell's checked in. Outside Kuminga. Another three for Atlanta.
And over the years, Kuminga's shown a lot of improvement with his ability to catch and shoot.
And Johnson with the stuff.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Tries the spin move. Wallace the pass to Landale. Out to the wing. Hawks passing it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wallace misses. That will count. Again, what an avalanche!
And how about the night he's had? That score now ties him for the single-game playoff high for this team.
He has been nothing short of amazing tonight, right? A legendary playoff performance from him. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Raptors lead by 21. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Craig Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. And now, our player of the game, Jay.